Yeah. We came back to basics today. Back to regular battle music for FF6. We're almost done with it, so I wanted to kind of, you know, give it its fair time in the spotlight like the battle music for all the previous FF games got, you know? Just writing out a message and sending... No, writing out a post and sending some messages to announce that I went live. We'll start in a bit. Here, I might as well show the artwork while we're waiting. I'll even go back so you guys can see the previous one's artwork. There it is. It's quite nice, honestly, so... Alrighty, all done. Everyone is now informed. Time to focus up and get started. Alright, let's see. Got my chat open over here on the tablet. Do a quick audio check, make sure I haven't just been talking to myself. And the music's going out. Yep, everything looks good. Alrighty then, let's do this. Alright. So... I don't want to talk over the music. It's good, but you know. We've heard enough and it's been 4 minutes. We gotta get started. So anyway, we, Oh, let me turn my webcam on real quick. What's up? So anyway, what happened is, the last time we were, you know, the last time we left off, I guess. I never know how to fucking say these with proper words. I don't know why. My vocabulary goes out the window. I don't know. So last time what happened was Kefka destroyed the world in a fit of rage and psychosis because he got stabbed by Celes after he thought Celes was just going to convert back to being loyal to them, and obviously she didn't, and she stabbed him, which pissed him off. And he wanted to destroy the world in a fit of rage, and Gestahl wanted to stop him because he said that wasn't the point of this. We're supposed to take over the world, not destroy it. So I said fuck him too, and killed him off. They killed Gestahl, and then he basically took control of the power of the three goddess statues, the Warring Triad, as they're called, though they never use the name anywhere in the dialogue yet. I don't know how... I swear there was somewhere in the dialogue where they eventually say it, but... He took control of their power, but he also unbalanced them by moving the statues so that they're no longer in perfect harmony, and it completely unbalanced the entire world. And by unbalanced, I mean it just completely wrecked everything. It destroyed everything. Like, continents got ripped apart and drifted everywhere. And the map is all fucked up now. But the world is also in a dying state, thanks to that. And, it's now called the World of Ruin. I can show just a small snippet of it. This is where we left off. This is right before I paused it last night before we finished. so we've seen this. Just some character management. Not a big deal. But in a second you'll see what the map looks like now, and that's basically where we'll start off. But yeah, the whole world's fucked up. It's what's left of life, humans and animals, whatever, is just slowly dying off because of terrible ecological imbalance. You know, feels a bit real. It's kind of what's happening now, IRL. But at a much slower pace. This all happened overnight, in an instant. And what happened with our characters was they escaped the floating continent on the airship, but because the whole world got fucked up all at once, the airship did not escape destruction. It got torn apart, and everybody basically fell out of it in the sky and got separated. And, well, falling out of the sky at the altitude they were at, you could presume they all died. But Celes lived, somehow, so if she lived, that means the others might have lived too. She was in a coma for about a year, and Cid was taking care of her. They were stranded on a tiny island with other people. But towards the beginning of that year where they were stranded, the other people kind of gave up. They died of boredom and despair, as Cid said. Which to me just sounds like they were like a euphemism for they gave up and, you know, decided to end their own lives, probably. But Cid kept living to keep Celes alive. And after a full year, she finally woke up. And then Cid was about to die, but she fed him and took care of him long enough for him to stay alive too. And then he showed her a raft that he built over the past year so that she could escape this island and go find her friends. And she did. She got on the raft and she ended up washing up ashore right here, at this spot. And that's where our new story begins in the world of Ruin. Celes is now embarking on a journey to find her old friends. And as she told Cid, who she now calls her granddad, when I find them all, I'll bring them back to meet you. And he's like, alright, I'm looking forward to it. He said, no doubt you're going to bring that Locke fellow too, because he knows that Celes has a thing for him. And, you know, obviously, it's mutual. Locke obviously has some feelings for her too. And that's pretty much what's going on. So, that was my quick-ish recap. And yeah, this stream won't be as long as yesterday's because I'm starting a bit later, but yesterday was a good length stream. It was 8 hours. And here we go. SNES Long Play 216, Final Fantasy VI, Part 4 of 7. Uploaded by World of Long Plays, and the gameplay is by Iron Sharp. Which I finally went back. I did my due diligence. I went back to see which previous Final Fantasy game he did for us. Or for World of Long Plays, I should say. He's the one who played Final Fantasy 2. Iron Sharp was the player for FF2. That's why I couldn't remember, because FF2 was so long and so grindy. It was like 90% nothing but battles, very little story, that I just almost tuned it out at this point because we're so far away from it. I almost completely tuned it out, so that's why I completely forgot the person who played it. The name of the person who played it. But yeah, the person who did that grindy-ass game is the one doing FF6. And just like with FF2, they're doing an amazing job. Everything's being done impeccably. They pay a lot of attention to detail. They're showcasing everything the game has to offer as thoroughly as they can. It's fantastic. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Enough of my babbling. Lunaris, I'm guessing, is a dog, and Osprey must be the bird. I think that is the name of a bird or something, right? You can see everything is a wasteland out here. And it's just gonna be like that for the rest of the game now, too. There's no turning back. It's basically a post-apocalyptic world. That's the setting now. Hence the name World of Ruin. The music is depressing as hell. But I like the wind in the background, you know. Giving off that vibe of sort of despair and hopelessness. Huh. That dude fucked off. What was his name? Mesosar? Did he drop Mesos for Maple Story? Gylomantis? Did you see that tower? Kefka's up there, and he's using the power of the statues. He's like a god. Yeah, of course everybody knows who Kefka is now. I suppose most people already knew his name because he was a high up in the Empire, but now that, as that guy said, he's a god, everyone knows him. Because my guess is he's probably forcing everyone to bow down to him. Look at this place, it's fucked up. How can you make a GP in a world like this? Well, you kind of have to ask yourself, does it even matter anymore? I would think at this point the only thing that mattered is the scarce resources that are left. On that day, debris from all over the world floated eerily to the center of this landmass, and formed that tower. Really? It just sort of started moving slowly as if it was sentient, all the trash of the world. I saw Doomgaze soaring through the sky. I'd rather take an acid bath than fight that thing. I like that the NPCs give you hints about the boss monsters you're gonna fight eventually. But they never tell you if they're gonna be mandatory story mode, like story boss fights, or if they're gonna be, you know, optional boss fights. That they won't tell you, but they warn you ahead of time though. Also, excuse me, I just finished eating not too long ago. I found this in a 1,000-year-old text. 8 dragons seal away this awesome beast. Its name is Crusader. Defeat these dragons and its power can be released. You again? Oh, sorry. You look just like a man who was here searching for his friends. Really? He said he was going north to Zen. A resemblance to me. I think who looks the most like Celes? I would think Edgar. Based on their clothing and their hair, I would say Edgar. Music is so sad. Oh, I think back on how nice the world used to be. That's right, don't take it for granted, folks. Flashback. Yeah, now you miss this, don't you? When the Imperial soldiers were making a mess of your bar. Because even that was still, there was still some semblance of hope in that environment. But now, and realize it'll never be the same again. Yeah, exactly. Now it's irreversibly changed, and whatever hasn't died off will die off soon, and that includes us. You, the sparkle in your eye. You're the spitting image of a man who came through here recently. It's gotta be Edgar. Anyone who opposes Kefka gets his or her town fried by the light of judgment. Everything changed on that day. Jesus. Why would you touch the fire? Wow, this guy's dialogue did not change at all. He's still talking about the Atma weapons. One changed a person's power into a sword. We got that one. The other was a monster bred for mass destruction. We killed that one. The Atma weapons have been taken care of. Randomly cast bolt. Nice. When the world was ripped apart, many long-sealed monsters were released. Humbaba, Doomgaze, and the 8 dragons. Yeah, any demonic creatures that were sealed away, I would think, would be able to break free easily when the entire planet literally got ripped apart. I finished the Emperor's portrait. It was a true representation of the Emperor, but he hated it. Did he see it right before Kefka killed him or something? Because we came here before we went up to the floating continent where Gestahl and Kefka were, and he was still talking about the fact that he was going to make that painting. There's no way Gestahl just survived that massive fall and came back here and was like, give me my portrait, you suck. So there's a little bit of a... It's like they weren't really expecting you to talk to this guy before going to the floating continent. It's implied that that whole portrait thing happened before that. I ended up selling it to Auser, a rich man who lives in Jidor. Sounds like a clue. Now what would we want with a portrait of Emperor Gestahl, though? Hey Eli, thanks for the Doritos. This song does a good job of capturing the mood. It's at least not as depressing as the music outside, the World of Ruin theme song. But it still captures that sorrow of being in a helpless world that's dying. I'm honestly surprised anything survives the gigantic, sudden continental drift that happened when the world was torn apart. Like, look at this map. It's unrecognizable from how it used to be. That must be the tower they're talking about. The Kefka's tower, or whatever. Can't enter it. Hey, more Mesosaurs. They keep running away. Oh, that one did. Nothing but wasteland as far as the eye can see. Days are coming, folks. Because, of course, whatever survived is just dying off slowly. Thanks to, you know, the enormous ecological imbalance that happened so suddenly a year ago. I'm surprised life has lasted as long as it has after that. I can only imagine the massive amounts of species extinction and die-off that occurred after that event. Again, feels too real, man. Feels too real. It's just, we're going through it in slow-mo IRL. It didn't happen in an instant like what Kefka did in FF6. The Serpent Trench used to be deep underwater. Now it's above sea level. Oh yeah, the Serpent Trench was that thing that little minigame where the river current takes you through it and we were supposed to like change directions and eventually it leads you to that town. Some Cult of Kefka members have built a tower there. Oh, that's why that little layout looked familiar. Unless, I don't think they're talking about... What the hell's going on? I don't think they're talking about Kefka's tower. They're talking about a different tower made by his fanatics. So it's somewhere else. Must have irritated Kefka. There are monsters inside. They keep petrifying everyone who goes in to help. Are you using suitable relics? There's your clue. Put on petrification resist. We resisted Kefka, so he unleashed his light of judgment on us. Hurry, or the house will collapse. Alright, so it was Sabine. I mean, he looks similar to Edgar, so I got it wrong. It wasn't Edgar, but it was Sabine. Good close second, I suppose. I would have thought he meant Edgar, because he said someone that looked like Celis. And Edgar has a cape, so... My child's inside! Do something! Time to put on petrification resist. Sabine! I don't think now's the time for pleasantries, but... Hey! Celes! Let's head in. Wait! If I move, the whole house will collapse. First, save the child that's in there. I can't hold this up forever, so... Get out on the I can't even finish the sentence now. So he's holding up the entire house. He's only got 6 minutes of stamina left in him. You gotta love the sound of a critical hit. So satisfying. Gonna have to loot the place quick. Almost makes it more dramatic, doesn't it? Because now the clock's going down faster. Your game clock is replaced with the timer you have in the menu, I just noticed. Did you see that, dude? He just took damage for no reason. 6 points of damage, which is like nothing, but... I was waiting for that to happen because I was going to comment on it. So, before my stream started, I decided to look up the World of Ruin theme song. I thought about opening with it, and then I realized it was just way too depressing. Somebody mentioned in the comments, and I don't know if this is verified, like if this is on the actual wiki, and people verified it somehow, or if this is just a theory. Somebody mentioned that the reason monsters randomly take damage in the World of Ruin when you're fighting, like that ghost that just took 6 points of damage for no reason, is because, well, monsters in Final Fantasy games sometimes tend to be considered the same as basically animals, like wild animals, IRL. And so the theory is that they're dying off because of what I just said earlier. The tremendous ecological imbalance means resources are too scarce, so all the animals, monsters basically, are, see how they just took damage? They're basically starving to death because they're malnourished, because they're not getting the food they need. There's not enough to go around, since the whole world's dead. I mean, the grass is dying, it's all yellow. So, that's the theory that that person posted, and it had a bunch of likes, so it might be valid. Maybe he got it from some official source, I don't know. But yeah, it's because world's dying, not enough resources to go around. Actual, you know, resource scarcity, killing off all the wildlife. So they take damage in battle to reflect that, basically, that they're dying. I'm scared. Don't worry, you're safe now. And we gotta get the fuck out of here, kid, or we're both gonna die. Yeah, gotta run. There's no way you have enough time. We're barely gonna make it back to the entrance in time. Gotta fight your way out of this one. Or use a warp stone. Cheap runaway tactic. That was their only choice. They're not gonna make it if they stay and fight. Bismarck. So that's the one we've been seeing. I hadn't noticed that they were using Bismarck when they did that. 20 seconds. Holy shit, that was close! They made it with 15 seconds to spare. Jesus Christ. Wait! I didn't think they were gonna cut it that close. It's the homie Iron Sharp. They know what they're doing. Sabine, you're alive. I wouldn't be surprised if they used a save state, because maybe the first time they attempted that they did die, so then they just save stated and edited the video to keep the death out. But who knows, maybe they're just that badass. But of course, you think a minor thing like the end of the world was gonna do me in? Classic Sabine. I thought everyone was gone. I had given up all hope. But fortunately, I was wrong. Now I know they're alive. We need to find everyone. I tried to be fast enough. What was the last thing she said? Oh, okay, we need to find everyone. Then... I know. We smash Kefka and deliver peace into the world. She's like, right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. We're gonna fuck that dude up. We'll prove that gods can bleed. Fuck that asshole. Thinking he owns the place. Hope he enjoyed the past year being able to do what he wants. He won't have his way for much longer. You can tell I have some hatred for him. Destroying the entire world in a psychotic fit of rage. Such an impulsive thing to do. It's unforgivable. To the east you'll find the Serpent Trench. Further east you'll find the village of Mobliz. Boy, the light of judgment really fried that town. Thanks for saving the child. I've never been more frightened. Poor kid's traumatized. I was on lookout duty for Kefka, but I lost my nerve. Anyone who opposes Kefka is doomed. He uses his light of judgment from high atop his tower to burn whole towns. I saw it! Kefka used a light beam to burn the village of Mobliz to the east. Most of the adults there perished trying to save their children. Head north on the Serpent Trench and you'll reach Nikeah. Ships still sail from there. I apologize, I choked up a little bit there. That line about the parents dying saving their children. It got to me. Many monsters nowadays attack with zombie, petrify, and the like. Have you equipped suitable relics? That tends to be true in most Final Fantasy games. They start using really powerful status effect inducing magic on your characters when you get to close to the end of any Final Fantasy game, honestly. Like petrification, doom, obviously zombie, that's another one. Shit that can really fuck you up if you're not prepared for it. It can end your game pretty quick. Like, at this point there are really no trash mobs. Or very few of them. Most mobs have something that can really screw you up if the battle takes too long or if you're just, you know, not prepared. But that's what you'd expect at the end of any video game, right? The difficulty goes up significantly. At least enough to notice it. Anyway. I left full screen for a second because I needed to do something that I usually do at the beginning of the stream, but I forgot this time. There we go. Alright. Done. Bloompire, and Lizard. The fucked up looking lizard. Buffalax? Must be chaos out here. Everything's basically fighting each other for whatever scarce resources are left. Of course, us two puny humans walking around just look like a delicious morsel, as Ultros would say. Oh, we made it to Mobliz. Doge! 2 of them. Ah! Someone's coming! Relax, kid, we're not hostile. But they don't know that yet. You're gonna have to fight your way in here, chumps. Wait. Terra! I was actually gonna say that out loud before the text came up. Mama, are these your friends? Do you recognize this? Oh, I'm so glad to see that you're safe. I've missed you. Terra. Come on, let's go. Unless we stop Kefka, all's lost. I missed the translation error there. Kind of fucked me up there. That's why I paused for a second. I was like, wait, what? Our papas and mamas are gone. Dwayne and Katerin are the oldest ones here. Everyone here calls Terra Mama. But we'll be happy if Terra will come back to us. A badly wounded soldier passed away here in Mobliz. You're not gonna take Terra away, are you? The light took everyone. Everyone. Dad, Mom. So far, I gotta say, this is the darkest Final Fantasy game so far. Between all the ones from 1 through 6. This is our village. You can't just waltz in here and start barking out orders. Excuse me. Terra's helped us all to survive. Ever since he's been here, we've felt hopeful for the future. That is... I can't fight any longer. The very day the world fell, Kefka turned some kind of beam on this town. Almost all of the adults perished trying to save their children. It's heading this way! Protect the kids! Sliced right through the ground they were standing on. Papa! Mama! They just watched the earth swallow them whole. There were only children here. The moment I arrived, I felt needed. Your maternal instincts kicked in, huh? Well, I always wanted to know what love was. You can't take Terra away. Dwayne. Please excuse him. It's just that if Terra goes, she takes with her the very spirit of our survival. I don't know why these kids need me. But they've made me feel things I've never felt before. The moment I sensed this, I lost my will to fight. That's what General Leo was telling you about, Terra. It's love. I can honestly say I don't know what's going on inside of me. And the more I try to understand it, the less inclined I am to fight. Terra's helped us all to survive. Ever since she's been here, we've felt hopeful for the future. So yeah, they're basically her children now. She loves them all as if they were her own. She's never felt love before, so it was sort of a foreign feeling for her that she still doesn't get. Help! Run! Funbaba's coming! One of the previously sealed monsters that we just heard of. Sounds like a big one. Funbaba's an ancient demon who was released when the world was undone. You gonna try to take it on yourself? Oh, it's this fucker. This character model is used for some common enemies in FF14 Stormblood. Now I know what they're based off of. Forget what they're called there though. Ah, she just got wrecked in one hit. Fucking 0-hit KO. Terra, wake up! Uh-oh, here it comes. Yeah, you're next. Solar Plex. Hey, look at that. Lucky sevens. God damn, this boss music is good. Yeah, he ran off. What a fucking punk. I really lost it. My fighting edge. Yeah, you've been out of practice for a long time. Mama, are you okay? I'm staying here. As you can see, I can't be of any help to you. And besides, the children really need me. But Terra... Maybe after a little more time passes. I need to understand what's happening to me. I'll have you if something happens to Mama? Obviously a threat, but I'm not sure I understand it. I'm sorry. I'm staying. The children need me. Mama, are you alright? She'll live, guys. You can't take Mama away. Thanks for scaring from Baba away. In his haste, he dropped this. Here. Receive the Magicite Fenrir. Warp Exome Stop. High-end magic. Exome, as you remember, is the way to banish someone into the fucking Shadow Realm, basically. To use a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. You just make the enemy basically disappear from the fight. Woof. Woof. Oh, back on the road again. These are still around, huh? Chocobo's the noblest of creatures. There's a big ass hop and then offers you the usual. That must be the tower they're talking about. Surrounded by a mountain range. So this is the deep sea trench on the world map. This snaky ass road here. It's just above water now. And that explains... Yeah, it actually matches up with the old geography if you think about it. Like, because the trench would lead you... I'll use my mouse because obviously you can't see my hand. Would lead you from the continent that used to be here. You would jump into the water, and then the trench's current would lead you across pretty much this pathway that we're following here. And you would eventually wash ashore, literally right at IKEA. Right here. This is where you would wash ashore. But now it's all above. It's at the same level as IKEA, so don't have to travel underwater anymore. They did think about the map's design to make sure that, you know, it still makes sense compared to like how the world used to be. I'm hiding away from Kefka. Who wouldn't be? It's probably only a matter of time before he notices we're out and about again. After the end of the world, I awoke all alone in Doma Castle. Really? When I would try to sleep there, demons would come for me. Oh, I don't want to remember that. So Doma Castle's haunted now is what you're saying? By demonic spirits. The road you followed here used to be underwater. We just talked about this. The thieves are hanging out at the coffee shop. They all escaped from Figaro Castle. While traveling under the desert, Figaro Castle hit an obstacle and came to a halt. Yeah, because underground, above ground, everything's changed. It's all different, so... a little bit harder to navigate. After the end of the world, I awoke all alone in Doma Castle. Oh, it's this guy again. The guy about the demons, yeah. You took one look at me and thought I was a loser, right? Oh, it's this kid again. You're obligated to buy from me now. Same exact dialogue as before. Kind of ruins the immersion a little bit when NPCs from before the world ended, like over a year ago, are still saying the same thing when you talk to them now. But budgetary constraints, guys, they couldn't change all the dialogue for every single NPC. The boss wants to sneak into Figaro Castle. He wants to get our booty back from the storage room there. You guys lost something there? We'll enter the castle through a secret cave that only we knows about. Okay. From out of nowhere, a bunch of huge sandworms burrowed into the prison. We followed their tunnels back to the surface and escaped. Oh, they're the prisoners from Figaro Castle that were trapped there before. I gotcha. I've been chatting with the boss of this gang, Jared. He's kinda handsome. Of course. I understand they escaped from Figaro Castle's prison. Our last boss perished that day. We met up with Jared in this town. Alright, let's go. Just have to talk to everyone. We gonna follow them? Yes, we are. What are you doing? Get away! This ship belongs to the Crimson Robbers? Did I read that correctly? I didn't pause it, so it was kind of quick. Yeah, the Crimson Robbers. I guess they chose to go with a name that goes with their outfits? What's your problem? Jared. Wait a minute. This is the leader of that gang. Looks awfully familiar. What? You're Edgar, aren't you? Should have ran off. Edgar? Enough of this nonsense. I have things to do. I'll be busy getting ready for our departure to Figaro. Don't play possum with me. Edgar? Or have you somehow lost your memory? Listen, my lady, I've been Jared all my life. Only Edgar would say my lady. Ha! Got him! Do you notice Jared is just, he literally just shifted the letters of his name around a little bit? What's all the bloomin' fuss about? The words my lady are used the world over. Nice save, asshole. Oh yeah, you know how to get into Figaro Castle, don't you? Oh, do we ever. Yeah, you lead the way since it's buried. That's why he's pretending. He doesn't know how to get back to his own castle. He's gonna use the thieves to figure it out. We're stowing away. if you're wondering why Sabine didn't come out and say anything, you can pick up all your characters in random order. We could have been here without Sabine. So again, budgetary constraints, they didn't go through the effort of writing unique dialogue for which character, depending on like which characters are in your party. So it's like, most of the time when we pick up these characters, they kind of just pretend it's Celes by herself. The dialogue is written that way, as if it's just Celes alone. It's gonna be like that for a while, but not for all the characters, because eventually there are certain key characters you have to find in order to find other ones, if that makes any sense. And you'll find out what I mean later. IKEA-bound ferry. Oh, that's to go back. Still need to shop or hop on board and go. Yeah, you need the help of certain characters to find others, is basically what I'm saying. The boss of these thieves is on the 2nd floor. Who do I not like out of the cast, or who do I just rubs me the wrong way, or I don't find them interesting? That's a good question. I'll have to think about it as we keep going. I've never actually thought about who I would dislike. Let me get a look at him real quick. Let's go help him. Hang on a sec. Are you people still here? Be polite now, Edgar. Boss, everything's ready. Let's go. Case of mistaken identity, my dear. Give it up. Like I say, I've never really thought about... Nobody's ever rubbed me the wrong way enough for me to say I dislike them. That's the thing. This is why it's taking so long for me to come up with someone, because it's like... None of the characters have ever made me feel... Like, oh, I don't like this guy, you know? It's gonna be hard for me to pick somebody. I really don't have any dislike or hatred towards any of them. Or I don't find... I guess if I could probably pick something better if I just concentrate on uninteresting. But even then, I'm gonna have to think about it. Figaro Castle disappeared the day the world became unzipped. That's one way of putting it, unzipped. I mean, we saw that the continent just go like it, you know, crack in half like a zipper, sort of. So I guess that's what he meant. Now all these thieves are demanding all our time. Phew. I'm exhausted. Figaro Castle had an accident on the desert. Don't know what happened to its people. That sweet little girl stopped coming around right after the world ended. Damn, maybe she died. We may be thieves, but at least we have goals in life. Something to keep you going, huh? We mustn't rest now. We have to start rebuilding. Even though you know Kefka can just destroy it all again at a moment's notice, whenever he wants. There's nothing left of my hometown. Kefka might see that as a sign of resistance and specifically target you for that. How dare you try to undo the destruction that I did, you know? That kind of thing. Same fucking dialogue. Jump on the turtle? Oh, jump on the turtle. Oops, never mind. Well, that one was different. The previous rope skipping rhyme was something else. Just when we thought the Empire was gone. Here's Kefka! Yeah, I know, right? There's always a nasty... Oh, right. The hidden passage behind the bookcase. Whoa, am I dizzy? Stop looking at it then, dude. He's just watching the water wheel go. Did you hear that Duncan's alive? His wife said so. Wait, what? That's a fucking plot twist. He was supposed to have been murdered by her child, which Sabine and the rest of us killed afterwards in self-defense. No, dear. Duncan's still alive and well. He's meditating just north of Narsh. Narsh is pretty far from here. My grandfather was a servant for the richest man in town. Same dialogue as before. I'm so relieved to know my grandchild's alive. This kid right here? Yeah. If the light of judgment should burn our town down 100 times, we'll rebuild it 100 times. That's the spirit. He's like, fuck Kefka. That is some fighting spirit, though. No rabbit. Knowing that, you know, Kefka can just destroy anything you build or rebuild whenever he wants. And you still do it anyway just to spite his ass. It's pretty cool. I mean, they're choosing not to bow down to him. This tyrannical prick. I'm gonna guess Neck Hunter is this guy because of the weapon he's got. And then Humpty, these two. And this is a Crawler. I nailed it. One of them at least. I mean, the Humpties look like they were sort of egg-shaped, so like Humpty Dumpty or something. I don't know what a Crawler is, though. It's Siegfried. We haven't seen him in a while. Pretty dangerous from here on. I'll go in first and clear out all the monsters. Wait here. It looks pretty different from before. Or wait, maybe we just heard his name, but we never actually met the guy until now. Well, shit. We're not waiting around, we're just gonna follow him. That Crawler looks like, it's not Nightmare View, but it is fucking weird. Like, it's just this weird amalgamation of flesh. This weird flesh monster just... with this indiscernible shape. So, I've thought about your question, Eli, for quite a while now. I gotta say, the enemy that comes... Dante. It's kinda cool. The enemy that comes closest... the character that comes closest for me, like... to being someone I dislike or find uninteresting. And even then, I'm pretty forgiving, because he didn't come to mind immediately. I had to think about this for a while. Would be Setzer. Like, he's got a cool, suave demeanor, but he really just feels like he's just thrown in there because of his airship, and that's it. Like, I mean, you heard that line he said when he talks about the fact that the greatest thing in life is being free of obligations, because then you can gamble. You're free to gamble, which is his vice. That's what he's addicted to doing, is gambling. Like, he has some backstory that makes, you know, that shows you that he's not just some mindless, like, gambling addict. Or at least he didn't used to be that way. You know, he takes good care of his airship for a good reason. Because he's honoring somebody that important in his life that passed away a long time ago. So there's some redeeming qualities to him because of that. But for the most part, he was just kind of thrown into the story and... Hey, you have an airship, so please help us. No, I don't want to. And then it's like, please? And, oh, alright, fine, I'll help. It's just like, what? Alright, fine, I'll help. I'll stick with you guys. Even though, you know, the Empire made me super rich and helps me live this fucking, what's the word? God, it's leaving my mind. This, I don't want to say debaucherous lifestyle. I wanted to find another word, but I can't find it right now. this debaucherous lifestyle of just gambling and flying around on my airship doing whatever the fuck I want. But I'll turn my back on them at a moment's notice just because you guys told me that they're evil, even though, you know. Like, who does that? Like, that was too quick of a sort of character transformation in a way. For someone who was, like, not really paying attention to the world and just kind of focusing on doing his own thing. But it is what it is. It's because the cast is so fucking big, you know? So, yeah, Setzer's probably the closest character to someone that I might dislike. But even then, like I said, I'm pretty forgiving because I don't really think about it. It's just kind of whatever to me. And I think the biggest redeeming quality of him is the airship. Not really his personality traits, it's just the airship he provides for us. Now, where were we? Here, boy. Here's some nice food for you. That turtle's still there. I remember this cave now. Presto! Good job. I used to have a turtle. They just need it as a stepping stone. Hop on it. So now we finally get to see what the hell's in that doorway. Oh, great. This spring used to recover your health if you know, checked it. Those bastards took all the chests already. On the hum, let's go! He was the one taking the... Ah, here we go. Yeah, look, directly straight to one of the jail cells. That's why they never let us go through that tunnel before. Because they would lead us here. Which, you know, doesn't make sense for before the World of Ruin. You alright? You were almost a goner. It was awful. I said a sandworm made that tunnel, right? That attacked the castle. Well, at least this old man's still alive too. He doesn't block you from going down here now. Damn it! More assholes. I think we're heading to the engine room of the castle. Yeah, the more I look at it, the less I can tell what the fuck that's supposed to be. A crawler. Some weird flesh monster. That's it. I doubt this will be like a long dungeon, so to say, but... Regal Crown. Yep, engine room. And video switch. We're now on part 5 of 7, folks. Here's the problem. What a mess. Big ass engine. Boss, what are we gonna do? Our treasure's stored in the room back there. What are those things on the engine? You guys get in there while I keep this thing busy. But boss, that's dangerous. Get going. Edgar! What are you waiting for, Acellus? Give me a hand. Edgar, it is you. Of course. Jesus Christ. Seen enough hentai to know where this is going. This time I actually remembered how that saying went. This whole thing is just covering up the entire engine. It won't let it run. See, it's interesting how they couldn't... Outside of battle, they couldn't actually, like, show this whole thing covering the engine. So instead it was represented by those weird little, I don't know, feather-like worm creatures crawling all over it. But then when you get into the fight, you see the entire engine is completely covered in these tentacles. It's just... They look like vines, almost. Tentacle, 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 as if they're all different. But usually if it's like more of one of the same enemy, it only lists them once. Here all the tentacles are listed separately as if... Did that one just grab Edgar? Shit! It's choking the life out of him. Quick, free Edgar from the fucking hentai tentacles. Save his ass! Well, there goes one of them. And he just tosses him. Discard. Tosses him like a fucking ragdoll when he doesn't need him anymore. They literally sap your energy from you, because that thing was healing itself every time it took... Yeah, like that. It did 59 damage to Acellus and healed for 59 points. I don't see any suction cups on these tentacles, but some, you know, somehow they steal your energy. Okay, this is getting bad. Did it say it was weak against something else or just fire? I can't remember now. Seize. Discard. Good thing the amount of health they regenerate from stealing your character's health is very little. The biggest threat is the poison that they put on you. Weak against ice and water. So they were all weak against something different. The strategy seemed to be focus on one tentacle at a time. I mean, it makes sense. Finally. Jesus Christ. That was a hell of a fight. Took a while. Why the stupid farce? Well, I heard that Figaro had had an accident. I wanted to help, but didn't know where to look. Then I heard that those idiots had escaped from the prison. You needed to use them. Bingo. I had to wait until they led me to their secret cave. Amazing, considering that you threw most of them in jail to begin with. Isn't that great? Don't treat us like strangers anymore. Now Sabine says something. Uh-oh. Let's hide. Boss! Boss? Must have been eaten by that thing. Forward by a tentacle monster. It's not a way to go, man. It wasn't even much of a monster. They didn't think highly of it. Well, let's go. They're kind of surprised. They're like, did he really die to that thing? You don't want that treasure back? It's completely worthless. Besides, Kefka's the one we need to worry about. Those guys haven't committed any serious crimes. Come on, let's go. There's only one little problem, eh, brother? Which is what? We can't get the engine moving? We'll figure it out. Receive Soul Saver. I feel like we've seen that before. Okay. Good way to regenerate MP, I guess. Nonsense. It's been fixed. Next stop, the surface. Really? Holy shit. I guess the tentacle monster was the problem. That was it then. You still travel to Kolingen? Urgh. Hope it doesn't crash into another... whatever it crashed into. Nope. Smooth journey. Somehow the same exact tunnel they used to use to travel is totally intact, even after the world was destroyed. Interesting. I know someone who deserves to be locked up in here. King Edgar, welcome back! I like how everybody's just fine now, too. We never even administered first aid. Nothing. And they're all just back on their feet suddenly, and they're like, hey, what's up? Like nothing happened. This is the same dialogue. So I wonder if finding those pirates or thieves or whatever and getting the treasure back is like a little side quest. Several of the castle's citizens left to join the cult of Kefka. If a loved one should call out a cult member's name, however... What? What happens? Are you saying they're all brainwashed? And you can break the spell by calling out their name? That sounds interesting. Oops, too fast. Here. Sabine, ever been an adult now? I remember that time so vividly. I was so angry. I learned something important on that day. This is all old dialogue. I want to marry the king! Well, his terms were that you had to grow up first, so... You're gonna have to wait. Kefka's one shy of a... Kefka's one shy of a six-pack? I'm not sure I understand what that means. Has magic really made a comeback? Oh, Kefka's just, you know, he ripped the world apart without it, definitely. Magicite gives humans magical powers? Amazing! Also pretty dark when you consider that it's literally the dead body of an Esper. I almost said unholy. Unholy, soul... I don't know. Usage, I guess. Weapons that have well, not unholy though. They literally turn into magicite of their own free will. Otherwise, they just kind of die like anything else. Oh, this is old shit. Welcome back, King Edgar. Huh? Sabine, what a splendid young man you've become. Make yourselves at home here. I feel like that might be old dialogue, though. No more returners, no more Empire. Now who am I gonna side with? What? Fuck. No. Unholy Soul War was what was happening with those tentacles. Sapping our very essence. Same dialogue. Yeah, the thing with Magicite is more like... very much... I wouldn't call it holy either, but you know... very much, here's my energy because I'm dying, so... I don't need it anymore. I'll lend it to you. It's really sad. Deep eye and must. Pep up? Oh. He healed his partner by sacrificing himself. Interesting. These little sound effects. Narshe is filled with monsters. Oh. I don't have any place to go home to. So Narshe isn't a town of people anymore. Those beautiful days will never return. More reminiscing. Yeah, can't take what you have now for granted, folks. A handsome man with a quaint way of talking visited our village recently. He kept saying thou to everyone. Cyan was here. Unless it was Gao just imitating him from before. There are still some people with vision, even in this world, like my brother up north. There's a real mean guy fighting at the Colosseum. Seems he's looking for a weapon called the Striker. That bastard got his wish of making a Colosseum. I remember that random NPC we talked to a long time ago who said he wanted to make one. Random ass NPC that just lets you do that in this town? Huh? Lock? Almost hit the wrong button. You must be searching the world over for that fabled treasure. And that is? Find the treasure and you'll find luck. Don't step there. Give the seedlings a chance. Oops. It's as if the plants have lost their will to live. We planted some seeds, but nothing's growing. No nutrition in the soil. All the soil's become barren. Hope. This world's already on the heap. Oh, look who it is. Setzer! You're alive? Hey, buddy. Come along with us. We're after Kefka. Phew. I don't know if I have it in me anymore. What are you saying? I'm just a gambler. I just want to be left alone. This world is too chaotic for me. What's worse, I've lost my wings. His airship. But before the world collapsed, you fought with all your heart. You were absolutely fearless. That was then. We can never have that world back. You want to live in this world as it is? No? Then do something about it! Feels too real, man. Alright, you win. I'm starting to feel lucky. Again, what a quick turnaround. Thanks. I needed that. Now let's go visit Daryl's tomb. We're gonna get us another one. Airship, that is. I like his pose there. He looks like cocky but badass at the same time. It's good. Hope. We must never give up hope. The bartender changed his tune too. I overheard your conversation. I too still have faith in this world. See, now they're inspired. They're inspired to not give up now too. Still, I thought it would take more to convince Setzer, but just like last time, he was like, the Empire made me rich. You're asking me to turn my back on them? Well, you say they're evil, so... Sure, why not? It's like, what the fuck? Like, Setzer just feels so... basic and empty. When he just turns around and changes his mind that quickly, with little to no effort. Yeah, I think that's why I finally settled on him. As being my, my least favorite or most uninteresting character. And even then, because of how forgiving I am, I never thought of him that way. I was always just kind of neutral to him. I was like, whatever. But you also gotta remember, the last time I played this game was over a decade ago, I think, so... Oh look, a grave. This person. She was your friend? Yeah, she was a piece of work. Nothing scared her. I nailed it. Could be anything lurking down here, so keep your eyes peeled. Daryl's tomb, basement 1. Round 1. Fight! Osteosaur. Osteo because it's literally just a bunch of fucking bones from different creatures put together? What did she use? Oh, Revivify. Yeah, that makes sense. Just a bag of bones from different animals put together, slapped together all weird like. Mad Oscar and Exo-Ray. Mad Oscar looks like a mini Marlboro. I'm guessing that's Mad Oscar. Exo-Ray's that little flower thing. Oh, I nailed it. A blank tombstone. Carve something? Yes. Nothing appropriate comes to mind. Nice wording. Nothing appropriate came to mind. Well, what did come to mind? Now I want to know. Oh, water puzzle. Great. I like how there's some dungeons that are purely exploration based, and then there's other ones that are puzzle based. Like you have to, you know, figure something out to progress. You can't just wander around. Ah, the Genji helmet. We've had the gloves since forever. I think we even have another copy of them too. Experience egg? Guessing that helps you level up faster? They're focusing it on Sabine. You gotta love those cheap kills on undead creatures. Hero. DLRO. Okay. Oh! I see that. It's something written backwards. Wonder how you're supposed to figure out which order to put these letters in to make up that sentence. The world is square. Nice. See? What I say last stream, right? Everybody knows the world's not actually round. It's flat, because it's a square. It's got 4 flat sides to it. The world is square. I wonder if this is just an Easter egg to the company's name, Square. Squaresoft, Square Enix, you know? Find the EXP egg hidden in a back room in the 3rd basement. We already got that. That's it. That's to get a clue to get the item we already found without it. Great. Thank you, Square. Presenter? Monster in a box? It's like a boss fight in a box. Debilitator, now weak against ice. Well, that's special. Magnitude 8? Damn. Earthquakes that strong do hurt. It worked! The fucking Joker Doom worked. We might be close to the end. The Bunny of Shame. Shote made a comeback from FF5. Daryl sleeps here. Oh, another boss. Dullahan. What was that opening attack called? Level question mark Pearl. So it's kind of random. It decides on the level. Anybody who's, you know, got that multiple. Weak against Pearl Power. So we can use his own attack against him? Jesus, man. I could be wrong, but I think Pearl is basically basically holy. That they renamed it. For some reason. Because you remember the animation for holy, ever since FF4 and 5, I believe, is like a bunch of white pearls. Or orbs. So I just noticed that's an Esper that's doing that then. Something Edgar queued up. Yeah. Let's see. What was it? Which Esper does he have equipped? Oh, never mind. It was a tool. Okay. I thought it was an Esper he queued up for a second, but no. I was like, it would show the Esper on screen. No, it was one of his tools. I guess I missed when he got it. That's the Esper that they queued up, was Fenrir. Swiss's weakness to water. Moonsaw. That's cool. Fenrir looks really cool. Like basically a gray wolf, but that dark tone of fur is just pretty to look at. That's such an interesting tool though, the Debilitator. Like most of his tools are based on things, based on like IRL tools, but that one's like, what would that equate to? That one's a straight up, shit. Straight up fictional tool, because I don't know what you would attribute that to or connect it to in real life. Like, you know, he's got a drill, a chainsaw. Even the noise blaster is just like a giant horn. He just keeps changing his elemental weakness. Let me see his tools. Auto crossbow, chainsaw, drill, bioblaster, noise blaster, debilitator, and flash. Okay. Collected quite a few throughout the game. I'm gonna just go out and say it, this fucking boss has some fucking health. Jesus Christ. Tanky ass motherfucker. It's just what I was saying a little while ago. There he goes, finally. Enemies are no fucking joke anymore. This part of the game, everything's tough. That fight took a while. Brings back a lot of memories. Finally, some more backstory for him. This experimental airship is probably a bit unstable. You can't be serious. What are you trying to prove? So that's what she looked like, huh? Watch your step. If something should happen to me, the falcon's yours. Nonsense! I'll win the falcon from you when I whip you in a race. You'd better clear out of my way. Big talk, Buster. He told us a little bit about their rivalry before. There's nothing like flying. That must be her airship over there, the white one. Come on, stop lagging back there. Or do you like chewing on my wake? Oh shit! Calling you out? You better catch up, fool. So that's what her airship looks like. His was black, hers was white. But they have different designs too. They're slightly different. Listen to you. This time's for real. I'm gonna break every record. I'll be known as the woman who flew closest to the stars. Be back before sunset. I'll be waiting for you on our hill. And there she goes. Amelia Earhart. Basically. And she kind of shared the same fate. The wreck of the Falcon was found a full year later in a distant land. I restored the craft and then put it to rest down here. This is the Falcon? I put it in storage. I couldn't bear to look at it. But now it just may save us. The Falcon. Oh shit! I just got goosebumps from looking at this. Hell yeah! I finally think we're gonna pull this off. We can attack Kefka's tower from the air. The Falcon's gonna give us one last chance at that guy. But first, we need to find our friends. Right. First things first. For once, I feel hopeful. After a whole year of despair. Nothing but despair, yeah. Birdies! Hey, a bird. Setzer, follow that bird. But why? I don't know. Something inside just tells me it's important. Those who are curious, this soundtrack is called Looking for Friends. We have hope once again. The world may still yet be saved. So, I'm not sure if after this, what we're gonna do in Miranda, or even right now, once you have the airship, either like right now or after this, I think you can go straight to Kefka's tower. You don't actually have to find everybody, but I could be wrong about that. I think that's optional though. You can just go with U4 and go finish the game. I used to be a thief, but one day I uncovered a secret so awesome I had to run and hide. A knight came through here recently. He was amazing, but his heart was full of chaos. Cyan. When he can cope with his pain, he'll be the mightiest warrior alive. A spell ago, some oddball came strolling through here. Kept calling people thou. Yeah, it's definitely Cyan. Cyan, Hien. I've learned a lot about our new world from the thieves and travelers that have come through here. What shall I talk about? I'll start with Narsh. Oh shit, it's cutscene. Wait, that's it? The belt. Oh, she just shows you where it is on the map. You see a visual of it, and then on the map there's a red dot. Where's Doma Castle? Ah, right there. Looks like it's stranded on its own little island. Oh shit. I missed it just barely. You know that guy in Zozo who says this place is dangerous? He's the only one guy in that town who tells the truth. Maybe he can help you. The only one, huh? Your own past can be your worst enemy. Friends, family. Gotta let them all go. Otherwise, the emotions tied with painful memories of those people from your past can just hold you back, right? They'll weigh you down like anchors on a boat. Recently, Lola has been receiving a lot of letters. Must be from that guy in Mobliz? Shit, is he still alive? I know we were just there, but... Silk flowers. Beautifully made, too. That's where Terra was, yeah. I don't know if he was still there or not. Look! My boyfriend in Mobliz sent me all these flowers! They're all handmade of silk, and these are letters he has written to me. It's a side quest we did before the world fell apart. But wasn't Mobliz demolished by Kefka? Somebody else must have written these. See, I knew there was a reason every time we did that. Yeah, let's see. My beloved Lola, we're still busy trying to rebuild this town. If all goes well, I'll be able to come home to see you soon. I'll be able to come home to you soon, sorry. This handwriting, it looks a lot like science. But where is he mailing them from? Could you please attach this reply to a carrier pigeon? Sure. Thank you. Hope his reply comes soon. See, she never got the letters from that other guy. Every time we would send them out, we would come back here and she'd be like, he hasn't sent me any letters. She would just keep talking about how she never got a single letter. And yet, letters would still show up to that guy who was in, you know, bedridden, because he was, like, disabled. Oh, I see. This is going to lead us to Doma Castle, where Cyan is, right? Unless he's not there. I would assume that's where he was, but that's on the opposite side of the map. Like, over here, and the pigeon's over here. So no, somewhere else. Okay. So Cyan might be in that town then. That would make more sense. Doma Castle's been isolated. It's on its own island. Hey Eli, thanks for the Doritos. Doritos. I need a little pick-me-up soon. Oh, we're gonna check on Sid, I guess. I feel much better. Thanks, Celis. That's all he says. Oh, that's disappointing. What the hell? Received the Magicite Pallador. Oh, that's interesting. Guess it washed ashore after Celes left. Disappointing Sid doesn't update his dialogue to like, oh, you found some of your friends or something like that, you know? I really thought Sid was gonna die during that little sequence last night. Oh, we made it to Narshe. Well, this place is intact, so there's still some people here. The tutorial area. Hey, it's him again. He didn't die when he fell off that cliff, huh? Hey, what are you doing here? Doesn't matter, really. Nothing left, anyway. Slow this down. There's only one Moogle still around, and only a treasure hunter could pick that lock. Only a treasure hunter could pick that lock, so we're gonna need lock, right? A test writer? Interesting. Damn! Stand up for a second and lock. Get this over here real quick. There we go. These red wolves, they didn't want to like, I don't know, they look a little weird. It's almost like they didn't want to change the fur color in great detail to actually make them red, so they just glow red instead. It almost just looks like they're glowing. Oh, for anyone curious, I was taking a very tiny sip because it's strong of a peach mango flavored 5-hour energy. I was pretty feeling tired. Oh, see? I was feeling pretty tired, stumbling over my words and shit. So I was like, you know what? I'll just take a very tiny shot of this because past experience tells me those things are fucking strong. So I don't dare chug the whole thing. Fuck that. It's true you don't crash. I mean, I've never crashed like I have on other caffeine products like straight up coffee, but one second. Yeah. Yeah, I've never straight up crashed when I've drinking those, but I still feel pretty jittery though. Caffeine just does not sit well with me. That's why I was like, you know what? I'll just take a very small pick-me-up. I'll take a little sip, and that's it. I don't want to freak the fuck out. Very tasty though. I gotta say, I like that flavor. That peach mango is pretty nice. My favorite flavor, the most popular one for 5-hour energy drinks I've seen is grape. It was my favorite even before I knew that it was a popular choice. I found out later and I was like, oh okay, so everybody likes grape. But dude, that peach mango gives grape a run for his money. Good shit. Like, it leaves the aftertaste and it tastes really fucking good. it's dangerous though, because it tastes good, it's tempting to want to drink more of it. But then I'll get all jittery and fucked up. Not a coffee drinker. I'm not used to caffeine, so use it sparingly. They're both called mag rotors. Both types. But one's really tiny, and the other one's really big. So they're just like the tentacles, they're all listed as different types of enemies, even though they have the same exact name. Because they have different properties. Just like how all the tentacles basically had, you know, unique status weaknesses. Well, this high-ass encounter rate means we do our usual thing. Ugh, excuse me. Wizards and Psychots? Phyllis just got turned into a fucking zombie.